Hello.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Never together.
Who's back?
Is back.
Tell a friend.
For the first time in like a month. Which is...
Did you think we'd given up?
No.
Because
it's quite fitting for...
Right?
It's like, never together. One episode every month.
I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, they're like 2-hour episodes. Like, I think that's honestly fair.
I think that's fair.
I mean, we're definitely not only going to do one episode a month because, like, you know,
we have no friends.
I don't have any friends. It's like this is our therapy. So
legit,
you know, if you only do it once a month, you're not going to get better, are you?
Exactly.
Realistically,
amen. Say it louder for the people.
I have a cut in my nose that has not healed for months. Should I get it cauterized? Probably. Do I want a hot poker in my nose?
Yeah.
No. And it's both nostrils as well, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucked up in my nasal passages. No. It is. Anyway, hello, Earthlings. Today So rude. Today we are talking about rejection. It's so the reason that this topic came about is because, you know, we just give you topics of our life. We have both got rejected for different reasons. And we were like, oh shit. Like every time something happens to us, I feel we just go, ooh, that would be a good topic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
what should be the most horrendous thing one day?
9/11. Welcome.
Whoa, welcome.
Welcome to this episode on 9/11.
I think we should have an episode on Y2K and what has happened today.
Oh yeah, today has been a day.
That could
girls,
be.
Gays, and theys.
Listen, I was untouched because we use an Apple ecosystem.
So I'm telling you, I think even if you used an Apple, so basically, guys, the world crashed today. Yeah. If you live in Europe, the world crashed today.
And the US.
Oh, is it the US?
It's worldwide.
Oh hell! This is the Y2K that we wanted, basically, guys.
Wanted and needed.
So what was it? CrowdStrike. Yeah. Some goth went to get a monster. Did not press update on the CrowdStrike system, and then the whole world collapsed.
That's crazy.
That's what happened. But, like, it was so funny. I saw this thing on Instagram that was like, somebody is getting fired today. You might as well just absolutely, like, infect Teams and Outlook. Somebody do us a favour. Go out a hero.
But that's the thing. We use Zoom and, like, Google Meet and, like, not Google
But also as well, I was getting Teams, like, I wasn't at work today because I don't work Fridays. And I was getting Teams messages all day, so.
Teams was working because I had an unfortunate call at 3 p.m. I was useless.
So yeah, Teams works.
Teams works.
So it was basically just these systems that use CrowdStrike.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So yeah, planes were genuinely, guys. Planes were grounded. Like we were only accepting cash payments. Some places that were cashless establishments had to close because obviously they don't have tills to give you change.
That's crazy.
They don't have a cash flow. So. Yeah.
Silly.
That's what happened today.
But that's not the topic of the day today.
No, the topic today is rejection, as I said. Because we both got rejected for different reasons. Yeah. And we went, okay, let's
talk about that. Let's unpack.
So, first things first. So I got rejected from a job, my dream job. I got rejected from that. But I understand why. You know, did
they provide feedback?
Yeah, it was really good feedback.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
really
good. It's not that we have had so many people we can't.
Oh no, they were great. So they had 8 interviews. There was 1 role available. Super competitive job. Like, do you know what I mean? She was like, you did really freaking well. It's just so it was a competency based interview. So you are scored, and whoever scores the highest. Congratulations, you got the job. She was like, we did a lot of interviews. It was a really competitive role. You did fantastic. You just didn't score the highest. So I'm really sorry. She was like, I imagine not everybody asked for feedback as well, because she actually made a comment saying it's so fantastic that you've asked for feedback. Like, it's a really good skill to be able to say, look, I'm really fucking upset, but I need this feedback. So that's what I got rejected from. What happened to you, my sweet cherub?
What happened to me?
Are you kidding?
The boy?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's technically rejection.
It's technically rejection. Yeah, I was seeing a guy. I was really enjoying it.
She was in love.
That's a bit heavy. I wasn't in love.
No, but I've not seen you like that.
Yeah, I was it was the first time that I was like,
she was balls deep.
Yeah, I was balls deep into this. I was
Yeah.
really enjoying it. It was really cute. He was a gentleman.
And then you went a little bit cuckoo bananas.
And then I did go a little bit. I got a little bit cuckoo
Well, a
bananas.
little bit. But to be fair, though, I get it. Love not love, but like when you like someone, it does make you a bit crazy. Like it does.
Yeah,
I have been there myself.
Yeah.
Like I've literally been there myself.
Sorry, that was for me. That was so long. It wasn't last week. It was 5 weeks ago.
See,
it was a month ago.
Progress.
Actually, like yeah, I did go a bit cuckoo bananas, but to be fair, it's my first time that I'm with a man.
Yeah.
To this capacity, so I am still learning a lot. Please,
yeah,
don't come for me, 3 guys, like literally the 3 subscribers we have. Yeah, it was a bit crazy. It was a bit crazy. I was just like calling him out without thinking, which at the time I was fine with. I still stand by what I said, but I have definitely done a lot of emotional labor and what's the word? Reflecting. I was about to say refreshing.
Reflecting, yeah.
Reflecting. And yeah, no, it's just a matter of like sitting with the rejection. Whether it's supposed to be a break. We'll see if he texts me within the time period that he said. It's mid to end July. So it could be any point. I'm also no expectations, no disappointments, but also dealing with like the rejection of not being in that when I was really enjoying it. It was like, and it's hard for me to not take it personal.
Well, everything, like, I think sort of as we understand rejection, it's gonna be personal. Like, don't get me wrong. Your rejection isn't personal. My rejection, completely different type of rejection. It ain't personal. It is so like when you are in that moment, like it is so freaking hard. To go, I'm shit. I'm shit. I'm shit. I'm so shit. I'm horrendous. I'm awful. Like literally, like it's so hard to do that, and you know that is part of understanding rejection, is understanding that you are like you're gonna feel like hell. You're gonna feel like shit warmed up. You're gonna feel like a dog poo left out in the road. Like it's gonna happen.
And I think for me specifically, because it happened with like in a very is it tumultuous?
That's a bit dramatic.
No. Like it was a busy period. Like it was just chaotic.
Chaotic period.
It was like chaotic period, hectic. I was like, listen, that's fine. I'll respect the break. I'm not a fan of it because also I don't want to get into the habit that if we do get back together, every time it gets hard, we're gonna take a break, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
You know? But now, because it was so hectic, it wasn't until this week that I sort of got back to a regular routine and started processing what I'm going through.
Yeah.
So it's like I have the initial shock, which is fine. I was like, yeah, he wants to do it. I'm fine. Like, but now it's like, oh man, like I actually really miss him, and I missed him before. Like we used to talk on the phone every day, and I miss him now. But it's just like, it's the first time in like the 4 or 5 weeks that we've been on a break that I'm like,
man,
that's
like. Rejection kind of stings. Like I remember as a kid, I would really fucking struggle with rejection. Like I would literally see it as like a personal attack. I would go crazy. Like I would like literally lose my shit. Like if I had that, say for example, if I had that job rejection when I was a kid, I would have literally like emailed the woman back, like you stupid bitch, look what you're missing out on. Like I was not good at rejection as a child. I think like maybe every child is. I guess unless they're like a super independent child. Or the flip side, they're like used to just being a bit neglected, like just being a bit left to their own devices, like that.
I think for me as a child, I was always a people pleaser, so I didn't mind being rejected. I've always understood that was part of life. For me, I think when rejection came because I disappointed someone, that's when it stung.
I just hated all rejection. Like even if like my friend, even if like I'd be in class and I'd be like, oh, can I sit there? Like, and my friend was like, no, sorry, somebody's sitting there. I would literally be like, bitch, fine. Like literally, and I'm like,
I see.
like, somebody's just sitting there, like, chill, just chill.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I was but also as well, we're both Libras, so not good with the rejection.
No.
Very personal,
but also,
very personal, very, very hurtful.
On like a personal thing, being rejected by boys, I've never been much of a, I don't want to say it, but yeah, like, I'm straight, but boys never really liked me, so I feel like now I struggle.
To be fair, like, as a kid, like, boys never
wait. I struggle with acceptance more than rejection. Like, if a man were to reject me, I'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But then if a man's like really nice and actually into it, which is what was happening with this guy, which is why it hurts. I was like, I was finally getting comfortable with like taking in the compliments and being taken care of because I'm hyper independent.
But here's the fucking.
But now,
here's the fucking question.
No.
Yeah. Looking at it from an outsider's perspective, so you said that you struggle with acceptance. Hear me out. There is an element, I suppose, of self-sabotage going on. So this man accepts you, and you're like, oh, hell no. Like, Nagasaki bomb on that.
But that's the thing. I think what surprised me is he could read me like a fucking book.
Well, yeah.
And so I was
They're
like...
not that difficult to read.
No. But I had never been read like that. I was like, whoa.
Reggie.
Whoa. I like that you're understanding me. However, don't be fucking... Like...
Don't be so fucking rude.
Don't be rude. Like, I'm very stubborn. I'm very independent. Like, if I say, like, I want to sleep in my bed, I'm going to take an Uber. And he's like, I'll drive you. And I was like, no, you're tired. And he's like, stop being so fucking stubborn. I was like, oh, so you want to drive me? And he was like, yeah. I'd much rather drive you. And I'm like, that's so strange. Because usually other men that I've slept with would be like, yeah, why? And he was like, I'll drive you.
So I was like the opposite. Like, literally, whenever I'd, like, leave a man's house, they'd be like, oh, no, stay. And I'm like, I ain't your mom. I'm like,
stay.
You can stay if you want. And I'm like, I don't actually want to.
Yeah.
Like, don't mistake me for being kind, chivalrous, and like, I won't stay. Yeah, I don't want to.
I want my bed.
I don't want to. I want my bed.
But I think that's the thing. We started understanding each other. And for me, I was finally being like, I've changed so much since, even in those 5 weeks I was talking to him, I've learnt so much about myself in terms of, like...
Positivity.
Huh?
That's positive.
Yeah, it's positive. Oh my god, but I was finally getting comfortable with, like, being vulnerable with him, and then this happens, and I'm like, I'm so gonna thank you. I don't want to do this again. And I'm trying not to, because the element of self-sabotage and stuff, but it's like, I'm now struggling because I think I did something wrong, and obviously we had a lot of great insight from our friends in the group chat.
Mainly me.
Yeah, like...
Mainly me.
Yeah, but it's
always me.
Yeah.
I am a bucket of wisdom. I am a fountain of wisdom.
You are.
I am the Niagara Falls of wisdom. Do I bestow any of it on myself? No. Am I a walking dumpster fire?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we just touched toes. That was really
so weird. Like the hottest day of the year as well.
It wasn't even our toes, it was our toenails.
That's so funny.
Fucking horrible.
Sorry.
Tism touch. That was it. That toe touch was a tism touch right there. That was fucking disgusting. Oh my god. My asshole literally just like puckered. It went like, you know those little, you know when you touch like a snail's eye and it goes like,
you touching a snail's eye?
I was a weird kid. No wonder I got rejected so much as a kid.
Talk about in another episode.
So you know when you like touch a snail's eye and it goes, that's what my asshole just did.
Please. Anyway, back to it. Like, we received a lot of wisdom
yes
from our friend group.
To be fair though, this is the thing actually. I'm ironically, even though I do a podcast and tell you quite a lot of shit, I'm actually a very private person.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't tell anybody except you that I'd applied for a job.
Yeah. And that's because we see each other.
But I'm so private. Yeah. But I'll tell you why I'm private, because I don't like rejection, and part of rejection is somebody going, actually, you might be wrong. And I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like people in my business. I just don't like people in my business. Like our friends go on our group chat and they're like, "Oh, I did this, t. And I'm like,
and I'm like, background check of the person they went on a date with.
Just sat there like, I would rather lick a tramp I'd rather lick a tramp. Sorry, tramps.
You get along great with my colleague.
Sorry,
he's very much like
sorry,
that.
tramps. But I would rather lick a tramp.
I'll show you.
Than tell you my business.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's.
I would rather fly Ryanair than tell you my business.
Okay, no, that's a bit far for me.
But no, but you know, just go EasyJet.
Yeah,
just EasyJet.
But what I was like, sorry, pause. I need to. This is what my coworker said.
Right.
But don't read it out.
Oh, god damn it. I'm a reader outer though. This is the thing. Reader outer. So like, you know, when somebody goes, "Oh, read something," I'll literally like I have to read it out loud. Right. Yes. Me and this guy are gonna be best friends.
Yeah, he's great.
Let's go out.
Anyway, I want to go out with him.
Anyway, rejection.
So I think we got a lot of good.
You got a lot of helpful advice.
Yeah, I got a lot of helpful advice.
I'm wizened.
Also, I'm going through this, but also I'm the oldest, and I don't have older siblings to rely on.
I wouldn't go to my brother with any of my business.
No. Like, but I know if you had a sister, would you? Or ask questions at least.
No.
Okay, we're different.
The only person I would go to, ironically, genuinely, is
mum.
Mum for some things.
Mum for some things, yeah.
Mum for some things, but like my mum is just that. She's just slightly on the naggy side.
Yeah, like
slightly. So like if I ask her advice, she literally is very, very understanding. She's like, I totally get where you're coming from. She's got like humanistic side to her, but she is like, if it were me? Which I'm like, can you not? Please, thank you. Just tell me the advice. She is slightly preachy. Genuinely, the only person I go to advice is literally my partner.
That's so fair. Great person to go for advice.
Golden Retriever.
Yeah.
He's like a little, he is. I was like going to say like Golden Retriever, but they're such fucking white people dogs. They like everybody I know has a fucking Golden Retriever, and they're either called Ollie or Charlie.
When I tell you, my friend is famous on YouTube now,
and because she's got a dog called Ollie. Yeah,
she has a golden
called Ollie.
Yeah,
no, it's
so funny to me.
White people dog.
Anyway, like, she's actually Peruvian. You can't. Anyway,
I don't. That's worse. No, that's worse because she's whitewashing herself. Why did she not get a Golden Retriever and call him Hernandez? Like, tell me that. That would be a fucking cool dog name. Hernandez.
Yeah. Anyway.
No.
So rejection.
We need to think of a dog that isn't a white people Golden Retriever or a chocolate lab or something like that.
What's a breed from Newcastle?
What's that called? What's just a really fucking chill dog breed? No, they're lunatics. They're lunatics. They eat their own poo.
That is
they
crazy.
Love that. No, I was gonna say a British bulldog. You know, like chunky boy, too big to like just give a fuck. Yeah, British bulldog. There you go. Fair. Chill, fine, very like look aggressive, but not. Anyway,
back to it. What a tangent! Touching snail's eyes, dogs from Newcastle. Anyway, so I received a lot of great feedback and
constructive criticism,
advice, and now I'm like, yeah, it makes sense why he probably took a step back, but I still think that went, obviously,
you have to learn, like,
like,
we could tell you to do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. You're only going to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, and that's so fair, but I think for me, when we decided to take a break, it was because work on his end, and I understand, but it suddenly became I'm the problem here, and it's not really work, it's me. I'm too much, and that's when the spiral of rejection. But this is the
thing, like you will be enough for somebody.
Yeah. But it's just like
I said, I am a chaotic dumpster fire rolling around in a tornado, and there is still someone there for me.
Yeah, but it's just like for me, it's like I'd explain it as like throwing a rubber band. Like I finally got used to like being okay and not self-sabotaging and like enjoying the process, and then this break came and it's like thrown like a nail at me because I was like, oh, it will, don't get me wrong, it's part of the process, but it's like that rejection stung a little more because I was finally getting comfortable with a place I had never been comfortable in.
Yeah,
so now it's like
but we like psych. I know it's one of those like ones
psych
life is, it's so ironic because obviously it's a very negative phrase, but genuinely life is just
not fair.
No, not even that, just life is about genuinely just one step forward and two steps back. That is life.
Yeah.
Like, we are on this horrendous burning globe,
fucking
mortal coil. It's gonna be like, I know this is really morbid to say, like genuinely really morbid to say, but life is shit, and there are pockets of niceness within it.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, that's really fucking morbid, and that's really fucking really nihilistic. But for the majority of it, particularly having 14 years under Tory government, life is shit.
Yeah.
And there's little pockets of happiness that we have to find within it.
It's just a matter of perspective, and I think it's, in a way, the perspective that I have now is completely different because I've had like crazy weeks to like forget about it and sort of come to it with a fresh mind and sort of reflect on it now. But there was one point where I was dealing with rejection, I was spiraling because I'm the problem.
We all are.
We all are.
Like, literally, I am a very annoying person. We all are. You just gotta find somebody to deal with the tism. Yeah, deal with the tism. Like,
Tisma.
Which I'm trying to think which is actually like the worst kind of rejection. So obviously there's like loads of different contexts to rejection. Do you know what? I would actually say friend rejection is the worst.
I think friend rejection
fucking oh, actually I have a good story. So like literally I went to my staff like social the other week, and then I see my friend there. Well, I see my friend there. Like, when we used to work together on the same team, we were like thick as thieves. Thick as fucking thieves. Yeah. Like, and then I see her at the staff social, and don't get me wrong, I'm a bit of a shitty person because I don't tend to reach out to, like I said, I'm very private. I don't tend to reach out to people and be like, hey, how are you? We haven't seen each other in ages. Would you like let's go for a drink? Because I can't handle the fucking rejection. Yeah. Where somebody's like, oh, because I messaged her like oh no, she sent me a video a while ago. And then I said, oh, like, would you like to go for a drink? We haven't seen each other in ages. And then she literally replied going, oh, I've got this on. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's fine.
And then that was it, because I took that as,
because you don't want to hang out with me.
Exactly, so you don't want to hang out. Like, that's what I took it as. But I didn't, like, take it to heart. I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, maybe we'll find another time. And then nothing. And then that was, like, such a step out of my comfort zone for me. Yeah. And it literally, like you said, like, the elastic band was thrown right back in my face. Not genuinely, and, like, I know in my heart, like, 100% she did not mean it like that at all. She was probably just in her mind, like, oh, I can't do this week, I can't do this week. Yeah. She was just saying what she couldn't do. Yeah. But then I was like, yeah, but you didn't offer a date that you could do. So I'm just going to be like, okay, maybe another time. Fine. Okay, cool. And then I see her, like, obviously we work on different teams now, and I see her at the staff, like, social, and then we bump into each other when we're at the bar, and then she was like, oh my god, hey, how are you? And I was like, oh, hey, like, and I was like, oh, and then I think I maybe verbal diarrhea just a little bit. I was like, oh, life shit in it, like, because don't get me wrong, I fucking hate my job, but, like, I was just a bit like, oh, same old shit, like, and then she was like, oh, okay, and then I literally got my drink, so I walked off. But then I literally just keep replaying it and replaying it over in my fucking head.
It's like, why did I walk away?
Or like, just chat to you? Like, what the hell was that? Yeah. And then literally, like, I felt like for the rest of the night that she was fucking avoiding me. Because there was moments where we were stood, like, really close together, but she was talking to someone else, so I couldn't go over and be like, oh my god, hey, I didn't mean to interrupt or anything, but, like, literally there was moments where we were just stood. And, like, there was moments as well. So we were at, like, the football place, Tucker Social, however you say that. No. But, like, it's where basically the football game thing. And, like, I kept, like, saying things like, oh, go on, girl, and no reply. So I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. But that fucking sucks, because that girl was, like, my best friend at work. Like, we were so close. Like, so I was just like, this is so fucking awkward, and I literally cannot stop replaying the fucking thing in my. I'm so desperate to message her and be like, look, I felt like at the staff social we were just a little bit awkward, like, is everything okay? No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I will not do it. No, I will
fine.
absolutely not do it. And like that is okay. That is okay because like people grow apart. And
that's okay.
And sometimes when you actually get back together, things are just a little bit awkward.
And they're not the same.
They are not the same, and that is totally fine. I will not hurt my pride again.
Yeah.
I'm much too self-conscious to do that.
Yeah.
But that is the part that stings the most.
Yeah. I think
because it was so awkward. Like,
yeah.
And also as well, I am completely overthinking this. There was absolutely no fucking way in hell that she was thinking, God, that was really awkward.
Yeah.
Obviously, other than our interaction, which genuinely was really fucking awkward.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, she wasn't thinking, she keeps looking at me, I want to go and talk to her. Like, we were not thinking the same thing. But in my mind, I'm like, that was horrendous. That was horrific. Because literally, I literally kept like, I just kept like, not like side-eyeing her, but literally like looking out at the corner of my eye to try and find a moment to be like, hey girl. But like, no moment. And like, I was trying to be like, woo, go on girl, like when she was doing the football thing. And literally like, she just wasn't replying to me, and I'm just like, oh, this is gut-wrenching. And that's definitely, like, literally, I've had boys reject me so much.
Boys,
I've had, like, men cheat on me, and that is that's easy. That staff social, literally, my ass fell out of my ass.
That's literally this work.
I had a prolapse.
My ass fell out of my ass.
I had a prolapse. I actually had an anal prolapse.
And when I think for me, like, whether it's rejection or, for example, I went to a press night and I was like so exhausted because it was my party and I was so exhausted. And so I think at that point, I just thought that everyone was looking at me. I thought that I had done something wrong and that I was going to get fired for some reason. And my flatmate caught me. She was like, "You look awkward as fuck."
You are literally just stood like, it's like, and I'm like, it's when you're stood there on your own and you are like scanning the room to try and like
find a point to get people.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole social, I literally felt completely on the periphery.
Yeah.
And then I was just kind of like muscling my way in.
Wherever I could,
but then other people were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm so much like the thing is,
we're such social butterflies.
I'm so much better than that.
Yeah, but if you catch us at that point,
but like it wasn't even that. It was that I think like part of it is that like I'm not part of any of these people. I used to be so close with all of these people, but like now I'm not. I'm part of a really small team and stuff like that, and none of my team were there.
Yeah.
And literally, I'm like, oh, like. Yeah, this is like so fucking awkward.
Like I want to go home.
I literally wanted to go home. I literally wanted to go home the whole fucking time.
And that's the thing with this party. I was like, I want to go home, but I also want to stay because we've worked so hard on this. Like the cast is here, company's here, there are people here. Like it's supposed to be fun, but I think my body at that point I was like so exhausted. I started crashing, and I was just walking around looking like I had something to do. My flatmate was like, "You look awkward."
I was like, "Yeah,
do you want to go home?" And I was like, "Yeah,
mum, pick me up,
please, mum. Like, I'm so tired. I want to go home." And I was like, "I'm so glad you said that. I don't want to say it because she obviously knows people, but I think she saw me and she was like, 'Oh, you're done.'" And I was like, "Yeah,
so
mum, pick me up." But like now, I'm anxious about the idea that it just looks like a hovering, like a UFO. Like everyone knew that I was anxious. Everyone knew that I was like nervous. I was exhausted.
That is exactly how I felt. I was like. I felt that everybody knew that I did not fit.
Yeah, and genuinely, like, every other night people are staring. I'm like, yes, because I'm hot and pretty. That night, I was like, people know that I don't know where to go. Yeah. And I'm so awkward and I want to go home.
Yeah, it was, friend rejection, worst one out of the whole lot.
Yeah.
Like, as well. It was horrible. And now, I'm just like, what if I'm just fucking awkward now. Like, I just don't have any friends. Okay. To be fair, I hold my hands up. I am a really shitty friend. I am so shitty. Like, literally, I make everybody else do the first move. I never reach out to people. Because whenever, I have it in my head that whenever I do, it never works out.
That's a lie. It works out for us.
You're fine.
Oh.
Like, no, you always message me to say like, oh, do you want to film or do you want to do this? You literally, you always do.
Oh.
I never message.
See, but then I think I'm a horrible friend.
No, but I can't. I hate, particularly with friends. I hate putting myself out there because I literally in my mind, I literally always feel like whenever I message someone, they're like, "Oh no, I can't do those days." I think that's conversation over. And
no,
I'm like,
but I always make a point that if I can't do those days, I'll be like, "This is the
how about this day?" Yeah, always. I will always do that.
We've known each other for a decade. Please don't be scared to make plans. I miss you.
Not with I don't mind reaching out to you. I never reach out to you, but I don't mind. I don't mind it. I am genuinely just shitty, and I literally like say it to my partner all the time. I'm like, I don't have any friends, and he's like, yeah, but you don't make an effort with anybody.
That's fair.
And I'm like, no, I don't. But still, can people make an effort with me?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not hard.
It's not hard, but it goes both ways. It takes two to tango.
Absolutely.
Which is why,
like, yeah, I'm like, no, I don't have.
With like the rejection from my end, it's like I should text him and make the initiative. But
no, you shouldn't, because he initiated the break.
Yeah, so he initiated the break, and so the ball's in his court, and it takes two to tango. Like, I can't. So
he's the one you didn't want the break. He's the one that wanted the break, so he's the one that's going to have to be the one to reach.
I was talking to my therapist the other day, and she was like, any updates? And I was like, no.
Your therapist is a girl's girl.
Yeah,
queen.
She's like, no, you shouldn't.
Any updates?
Yeah, but check. She's oh my god, she's crazy.
What a queen.
Yeah,
love that.
But she's like, if he doesn't reach out by the end of July,
you
reach out to him.
Listen,
reach out to him at the end of August.
No,
not at the start of August.
If he never reaches out, that's your answer. That is your answer. No reply is a reply. He knows what he has to do. He's the one that initiated the break. He's the one that is like, okay, when I feel like the break's over, I need to message her. If he doesn't, that is your reply.
Great.
Girlies, gazies, and daisies. No reply.
And daisies.
No reply is a reply. I may not be a good friend.
No, but
I may be a shitty person at reaching out to others, but I know that if I did reach out to somebody and they just ghosted me, that is all the reply that I fucking need.
I'll check in and be like, hey, what's up? And if
we good?
Reply to that,
we good?
Then I'm
don't even that. Just go, we good? Cool.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, check in. Hey, we good?
Yeah.
If I don't get a reply, I'll be like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
Because not that I've been sitting waiting around until like with a date and a calendar, like looking, but it's like. I also
to be fair, who knows? By August, you may have even fucking forgotten about it. Like,
that's the thing. I might have, but it's very fresh because I'm now processing.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Happens when it happens. Do you have any coping strategies for rejection? I don't know that I do.
I think feel it.
Yeah, just go.
Just feel it. Cry it.
Just cry it out. Just
cry it out. Shake it off.
Yeah.
And then move on.
I think as well, take because obviously, like, you know, it will feel personal at the start, but I would always say, like, sit down with yourself once you're calm about it and go, right, okay, what did I gain? What did I learn?
And what can I rise from the ashes?
The ashes. Yeah. Rejection fucking sucks, but like every rejection, every mistake, every little misstep is something that you can learn from. It's gonna suck in the moment and absolutely feel what you want to feel, but when you're done with it, go, okay, don't just like pop it in a pocket and don't go, well, that was shit. Literally take your moment and be like, right, okay, what do I learn?
Mind you, if you had she's turning off there. If you had the visual, this bitch just literally walked. She just kept talking, kept walking and left the room.
Can you imagine if I went to the toilet and just went for a pee, like whilst we were filming? That'd be so funny.
Honestly, it might happen one day. I feel like with work it's slightly different because when you apply for a job, it's rejections, redirection.
Yeah. So that's what to be fair, as stingy as it is, always ask for feedback.
Yeah.
Always.
And if they can't give it to you, you probably don't want to be.
No, yeah. I would say
there.
If you get to interview stage and they can't be bothered to give you a bit of feedback,
they're cunts.
Get fucked.
But like it's yeah.
If you get obviously, you know, application stage is a bit different because there'll be thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking applicants. Just go on ChatGPT and say, how do I make this application better? And it'll give you a fucking bomb answer. Like, I'm obsessed with ChatGPT. My mum calls it Chat CBD.
That's funny.
It makes me laugh. She's like, oh, just go on Chat CBD. And I'm like, huh?
Chat CBD.
That's a different website.
Chat CBD.
Do you know what? That should be a marijuana store in America. Chat CBD. 100%.
Isn't CBD like legal here?
like only in like oils. You wouldn't be able to get like weed
Gummies.
that's got like no gummies here aren't legal.
Oh,
no way.
Whoops. Anyway.
No, gummies here aren't legal. You have to get them from like a dealer.
Well,
yeah, they're very illegal.
Chat CBD. Anyway.
Yeah, so my mom was like, just got chat CBD. But like, if like you say, if they can't be bothered to give you, if they can't be bothered to give you like feedback from interview,
yeah,
because as well, like, don't get me wrong, you're in an interview, they're going to be making notes. Just send me a picture. Send me a picture of the notes you made. That's it. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Like, and if so facts. If they can't be asked to do that, then
you're probably dodging a bullet. But that's the thing. I think with work, rejections, redirection, and there will be a job for me. It's all going to be okay. And trust your gut feeling. Like, that's fine. Yeah.
If you have a good interview experience, you're going to be fine. See, if you have an awkward one.
My trick is, if it feels like a chat with friends, it's a good interview.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite type of, like, interview.
Literally, my partner went for an interview, like, a couple of months ago, and he felt that the, like, guy who was interviewing him was, like, really, really, really grilling him, and maybe slightly being a little bit kind of like alpha, like, well, what about this? Have you thought about this? And then, like, interesting, he didn't get the job, but my partner reflected on it and was like, actually, I think that I don't think I would have got along. I don't think I would have got along with him. I got weird vibes from the interview, and I was like, well, then, there you go. Every lesson's a blessing.
Yeah, but, like, for example, my job that I'm on now, I was like, it's literally for a job 3 days a week, part-time, like, I just need to get out of my current job, and I'm gonna take anything and everything. And it was like the most fun interview.
Yeah. Sometimes you do have to be like, okay, I'll just take the part time, or I'll take the reduced hours, or I'll take the shitty. So like the new job I've applied for is like it's only $1,000 less than I'm paid now. But that's only like £100 a month. Like, so like I'm just like, do you know what? Just do it. Just take the risk. Take it. Yeah.
But if it comes to like rejection of men. I literally am like, okay.
Oh, I hope that burp didn't get picked up, but I bet it did. I just did a really guttural burp.
I'm sure it did.
I'm really sorry, guys, but you gotta let it out.
Yeah, better out than in.
Reject that burp.
Anyway, what are your coping mechanisms?
Cry. I think as well, like, something.
There's nothing better to do.
I think the friend one is really difficult, because I think if a friend rejects you and you keep reaching out, they might be like, God, she is so irritating, like, she won't leave me alone.
But I think for me, if a friend rejects me, I'll obviously try to make like plans. I'll try to make like, I'll keep pushing.
Flaky friends are so hard though.
Yeah, but
like, if you make those plans, they're like, oh, by the way.
But that's the thing. If you make an effort and I'm making the effort, even if we're struggling to find a date, I see that you're making the effort. But if you're flaky, I'm going to give you as much. I'll try 3 times.
Yeah.
If you start giving me attitude, and I think some people hate that I have that attitude about me, like my flatmate's going, one friend dropped off the face of the earth. And I was like, text her, check in. Check-ins, Ed, left on red.
Then there you go.
And she was like, no, but I miss her. Like,
that's fine.
I was like, that's fine.
That's fine, but
you're wasting your fucking time.
Sit with that and,
process it, mourn it, but move on, because.
But it's like
it's been 6 months now. Like, you cannot like waiting here like an idiot is not going to bring her back.
No, it's hard though, like, because like obviously like I have to hold my hands up and admit I am a victim of my own circumstance, because I'm literally like, oh, I miss that friend so much, like, or like, oh, I really miss them, like, or, and again, same thing, oh, I don't have any friends, and then literally my partner comes in with the logic and is like, yeah, but you don't reach out to anybody. Like, but like you said, like, I will say that like they don't reach out to me. Like, if they reached out to me, I would come back 100 and be like, let's do it. Let's go. I'm always that friend. Always. If somebody's, because also as well, I don't have a life. So if somebody's like, are you free on this day? I'm like, yeah,
probably.
Yes, I am 100% out.
Except if you're me and it's the one day that you do your nails before you go on holiday.
No, I'm always free. I am always fucking free. And if I'm not, I am. I'm literally always free. And like, even if I'm not, I'm always that person to be like, oh, what about this day? Or what about this day? Yeah. But like,
if I have
shitty.
If I have to drag out of someone, I'm like, right, you clearly don't want to hang out with me, whether it's priority or not.
Don't get me wrong. I know I'm a shitty friend. At
least you're aware of it. Some people are not.
I'm just reserved, because I like this whole topic. I am not that great with I'm particularly sensitive about my friends. I'm not good with that friend rejection. So I literally am so introverted into myself about that that I just don't even try. Which is like, I'll like your pics, I'll comment on your pics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, you know,
but that's the extent of it.
But like, I do actually feel like, on the whole, now, I don't know if I like too much or something, but I feel like on the whole, people tend not to reach out to me. Obviously, like, our inner circle, fine. Yeah, our inner circle is like really, really good. But like, other people, I don't really get reached out to that often myself. I know I don't do it. I'm so aware I don't do it. But they don't reach out to me.
I think for me, it's like I've separated into who are the people that if I were to say, I need you right now, who would I, or vice versa, who would I drop everything and travel to wherever? Like, if one of our friends said, I need you in Devon in 6 hours, I'd be like, yeah, I'm there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so it's like, I also priority, like, we all have a life, we all have work, we have bills to pay, we're broke, cost of living crisis, COVID, like, I can only stretch myself so thinly, so I'd rather give 100% to the 5 of you than like,
oh yeah, that's exactly
20%. Like if I happen to see, like, one of my friends from like childhood reached out to me. She was like, "Hey, I remember you being like really proud of your Dominican heritage. Like, I saw you went this Christmas. Are you like around? I'd love to, like, I have a few questions." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, send the questions, and then, you know, we'll go for coffee." Do you think I've gone for coffee? No, but I haven't. To be fair, I haven't spoken to Steffi in like years. I'm not gonna die if it's another 10. To be fair though,
the reaching out to me is the thing that actually means the most to me. Like, hey girl, how have you been? I'm literally like, that to me is like the best bit.
Yeah.
Because I can see the effort in that. Because I know how much effort it takes, and actually as well, courage it takes like me to do that. So I'm like, hell, girl, I'm gonna give you like 10 back. Like, I'm good, babe. Although, well, I'm living on a burning caravan site that is my life, but I'm good.
Yeah,
How
honestly.
How are you?
How are you?
How are you?
Where are you?
Stop it.
Yeah. Stop it. So I think friend rejection is always, but I think I've learned to, I'm quite proud of it. Like, I've learned to give people grace without letting myself be taken advantage of.
And that's, like,
it just comes off as a con now. It's like, they don't respond. Well,
even if something happens in the moment, like if I'm like out like with, you know, work friends or whatever, I don't really have any work friends, but you know what I mean? But like if I'm out with like colleagues or something and somebody's like, oh, do you want to go for a drink? I'd be like, yeah, I would. I'd fucking love to. Cool.
Yeah.
Sick. So I'm always that like spontaneous person. Like, I will, if somebody gives me the opportunity, I will grab it. 100%.
Yeah. I'll invite you to more theatre.
I just don't reach out to many people.
That's
because
fine.
I'm scared.
You're scared.
Because I'm just a baby.
I'm just a baby.
And a bit of a hermit, actually.
That's fine. I love my bed. Like, I love my sofa.
Hear me. Oh no, I'm such a social butterfly. Like, literally, I fucking love getting invited to shit, but I don't make the effort. Like, that is my own.
This is where we separate.
That's my own catch-22. Like, I don't like sitting at home at the weekend every weekend. I don't like, you know, like laying in bed all day. I want to be out doing stuff with the people, like fine, you know, friends and shit. Yeah. But I just don't have any. So
we can go.
I just don't have any. So
I'm gonna give you homework. Every time you want to do something, send it to me, and then we'll do it.
We do that anyway.
Yeah, we do that. We don't know it.
Hear me out. You as my friend. We're not the issue. It's other. It's like my friendships. It's my friendships with other people.
Yeah,
that I suck. To be fair, that I fucking.
You don't make the effort, but I'm also a home slice, so it's like, in order, like, if you don't want to make the effort, and and I'm not,
we will find time as well. Like,
we're so busy.
We're so good.
We're so
it's my friendships like with other people that I'm not very good at. But like, I'm such a like strong like avid like everything happens for a reason. That is one way to overcome rejection. Like, everything
happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. So
and then there'll be the kind to be like, what about people with cancer? I don't know.
You know, the people that they're related to will love them, and you know, Ed Sheeran might write a song about them.
Stop it. Stop.
He might. You never know.
He might.
You might have a bunch of celebrities sort of singing "Imagine all the people."
Makeup, pebbles and bubbly. Ooh. Do you get that reference?
No.
Oh my fucking god.
What are you talking about?
during COVID when celebrities were like, let's sing Imagine.
Yeah, they did Imagine All the People.
Yeah. I
don't think I watched the video. Right.
Hold on. They did it, and everyone was singing Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? John Mayer.
Oh, was he in it?
Yeah, he's in it, but he's singing Imagine by Ariana Grande. So
no fucking way.
Of the Imagine video, it's Kristen Wiig. It's like, imagine there's no heaven. He's like, me with no makeup, pebbles and bubbly. Ooh, oh my.
You can tell I didn't get. Oh. You can tell I did not get through the video.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm gonna play it.
But yes, like everything happens for a reason, guys, and like I have to keep telling myself, and this is like something that's very, very helpful. I have to keep telling myself, your day in the sun will come. That is like one affirmation that really fucking that is something that will that really gets me through it. Is like, you may be waiting years and years and years, don't get me wrong, you may be waiting years and years and years, but your day in the sun will come.
I love that.
It will come.
See, I put John and it's shown up.
Oh,
I have put John.
Did it actually? Because who released the video?
I don't know. But it's literally, I've literally typed up John. John.
Merry Christmas, Jon. Merry Christmas, Yoko.
Oh my god, it says two.
Who released the actual video of Emma?
CBS.
We're
gonna sit
and
here.
And who the fuck cleared this video?
No hell below us, above us only sky.
Oh yeah.
Imagine all the people living for today. Yeah. Imagine there's no country.
Who is that?
I don't know.
It isn't hard to do.
Is that you in the
walk?
Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion.
She is so done.
Nothing.
What? Oh my god, can you skip it? It's taking so. Was that Fergie?
No. Let me.
This is taking so long. It's the joke.
Hold on, wait. It's here. I just saw it. What's going on?
Oh hell.
YouTube. Apologies.
I don't even care about it that much. Right.
I do because it's funny.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Just keep talking and I'll get it.
Anyway, do you think that the digital age has exposed us to more rejection? Are we a generation of rejected babies?
Yes. But in a way, because everyone's talking about trauma more openly.
But like, hear me out. I would say like, yes, okay, right, our generation.
Gal Gadot and a bevy of other celebrities released a rendition of John Lennon's Imagine that went far and wide across the internet. Yeah. I have to come clean about something. They actually asked me to be a part of this, and I totally misunderstood the assignment and thought they wanted me to sing Imagine by Ariana Grande from her 2019 smash hit album, Sweetener. They were nice enough to send over a cut. Take a look. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Me with no makeup.
No.
Bubbles and bubbly. Ooh. Imagine all.
So he actually didn't make the final cut.
He actually didn't make it, but it's so funny. Anyway, continue.
That should have made the final cut.
It should have.
I thought I didn't.
Me with no makeup.
I was like, did I actually get through the video? I did. He just wasn't in it.
Pebbles and bubbly.
Why would you think that though?
I don't. It's so funny.
Okay, CBS, contact me. We want to lift people's spirits. We want to do Imagine. Why would you think it's Imagine by Ariana Grande?
I know John Mayer needs to get in the bin.
I mean, he should. He's just trash anyway.
That is probably one of the best things that happened out of the pandemic.
The best thing about the pandemic was I had the best body of my life. I had the best time of my life.
We've literally been through this in another episode. Anyway,
I know.
Rejection.
It was great.
Generation of rejection.
So we're a generation of rejection, but I don't actually think we're any more hardened to it. I don't think we're any better at coping with it.
I think also in a way it's like we're more hardened, in my opinion.
I don't think we are.
Just because
I think we're all babies.
Yeah, to be fair. I don't know, it's a tricky one. I think it goes case by case basis. But I think we speak about it more often, whether it's like cultural.
I was literally burping the whole time that you were talking.
that I heard.
Oh my god!
I think in terms of like speaking about it, we're definitely overall like emotional, mental stuff. We're better, and having it on like TikTok and talking about generational trauma, having these influencers and like
saying
saying like their own stories and sort of encouraging other people and having like mental health days.
I think definitely like
that people talk about, and you know the fact that we can sit here on your bed, talk about it, upload it for our 3 fans, and like without knowing that our parents won't think we're crazy.
And like my parents think I'm crazy anyway.
Yeah, like
my parents think
but it's like it's not taboo. Like before, any weakness was taboo.
Yeah, true.
And now
I think that's so we're not any
like,
better.
What are people gonna say?
We're not any better at dealing with it, but we're definitely better at talking about it.
And I think that does so much more because you're not alone, you know.
Although you most definitely are.
Although you are,
because you're Povo. What a strange insult. It was a joke, guys. It was a joke. Is that jokester?
It's just so funny.
I think I will say actually supporting somebody through rejection is actually
talent.
It's probably one of the harder things to do because as well, like when so for example, like when somebody is getting rejected, it's really hard because you feel like you kind of need to, in order to support them, you feel like you need to like draw back a bit, maybe not share as much, or maybe so like for example, I said, oh girl, I didn't get like this job, my dream job that I wanted, but then you're like, oh, but I've just had a really good day. Like, oh, no, but I'm so sorry. Like you feel you're just like, oh, okay, it's really important that if somebody is dealing with rejection and you're supporting them through it, that you focus on that for a bit.
Yeah. Oh my god, I never like. Just be happy for someone, be sad for someone, and like allow them to sit. Like my good day is
my good things can wait. You know?
My good things can wait. I can celebrate them, put them in like a little jar, and like take it out when it's appropriate. Yeah. But I think that says a lot about who you are as a friend, and it's how. But I think also it's understanding that neurospicy people and the whole thing of like you're going through this, not to upstage you, but I'm also going to tell you a story. Yeah. To see that I have also gone through this. And
I am 100. I don't have any formal diagnosis for any neurodivergencies. But
that's one.
That is one of those things that I literally do.
Yeah.
Every fucking conversation I have. Somebody is saying something and I'm like, oh yeah, me too. And I know in my heart of hearts, I'm not. And it's really hard because I have conversations with people and they're like, oh my god, yeah, like Bill. Every time I fucking talk to Bill, he's like, yeah, I've been to 11 Reef. You've been to Tenerife, I've been to 11 Reef. And I'm like, I know what Bill is trying to do, Sarah. These people are fictional, but I don't know her, Sarah. I'm just like, Bill, Sarah, fuck. I'm like, I know what Bill is trying to do. Bill is trying to relate to you. No, he's trying to relate to you. He's trying to say, I get it, and I get you, and that is, and because I do it myself, I do it every time I talk to somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, me too.
And I think I've become
so conscious about it.
I've become really self-conscious about it because we were talking about
makes me feel sick,
like legal status. Because one of the people that is working on in my company is trying to
undocumented.
No, she's trying to get her visa here. And she was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, I really struggled, but then I was like, fine with it. And like, I sort of dissociated, saw myself from like behind. Yeah. And it was like, I've become really self-conscious because it's just like, I've just bragged about my success in the legal, like the permanent residence here. But I don't mean it in an upstaging way. I mean it in like, it's so difficult. I understand. And it's like,
it's so hard like, because it frustrates me because people's patience with that particular form of conversation
and how they react as well
is people are so negative about it.
Yeah.
But you know why?
No.
It's because people want to talk about themselves.
Yeah. That's the thing. I don't want to talk about myself. I just want to tell you that I shed.
I'm trying to tell you I get it. But that when somebody says to me like, oh yeah, Bill fucking loves talking about himself. Every time I talk to him, he just talks about himself. And I'm like, Bill is not talking about himself.
He's neurodivergent.
I know that Bill is not talking about himself. He's trying to have a conversation with you about you by saying, I get it. So when somebody tells me, oh yeah, Bill's so annoying because he talks about himself all the time. Whenever I tell him something, all he does is just make it about himself. Whenever somebody tells me that, I'm like, okay, you're not a very good person.
Yeah.
Because you're not, first of all, you're not very tolerant to how
you're not understanding.
You're not understanding. And first of all, and second of all, you're not very tolerant of different types of conversations.
Yeah.
Like, I can tell when somebody is trying to have a competition with me.
Yeah.
Because they'll have this kind of affected, like, oh yeah,
like cocky.
Me too. Like, oh my god, you should have seen me. Like,
and I think,
and it's like,
the difference is they try to bring others down in order to make themselves look better. When it's neurospicy, it's equal.
If somebody starts it with, so say for example, your friend, obviously she's talking about, you know, trying to get her visa and stuff. If somebody starts it by going, I hear you, I totally get you, I had that thing, they're probably just a little bit neurospicy and they're just trying to relate to you.
Yeah. And I think it's also really fun when you're both neurospicy. Like my flatmate and I are both going through like similar first time things with relationships, and the ping pong that we play,
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, so they did this, and they're like, oh my god, they did this too, and I was like, yeah, does this feel like this? Because it felt like this for me. Yeah, oh my god. And we could spend 45 minutes just like playing ping pong, just like neurospicy
about ourselves,
back and forth. I'm like, I get it, and it's really nice. But I'm also very conscious of like how like neurotypical people don't understand that, and I'm like,
it's just I think there should be, like I said, I think there should just be, because that in of itself is a form of rejection, as in like, oh my god, Bill like just fucking talks about himself. I'm like, do not reject Bill. I'm like, do not reject Bill just because he talks in a different fucking way than you expect. But also as well, when like I said, when somebody says that, I'm like, oh, so you just wanted Bill to listen to you talk about yourself the whole time, but you're upset because he spoke about himself in response to you talking about yourself.
Very ironic, isn't it?
But genuinely think about that for a minute. You're upset with Bill for talking about himself because you didn't get the reaction which enabled you to talk about yourself more.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute. And that's how I tend to reply to people that get upset about others just genuinely trying to conversate with somebody in a different way. Genuinely. It's great though, because I can do both. I know I can do both.
I can do both as well.
But I always start with so one thing, if you are neurospicy, a piece of advice.
Excuse me.
You are more than welcome to say, I totally hear you, that happened to me, or I went through a similar thing, that's fine. However, to placate the people that are slightly less tolerant, slightly less understanding of how different people talk to each other, always start with a question. So that way you're kind of stroking their ego, you're softening them a bit, but that way start with a question and then go, the only reason I ask is because, you know, I went through a similar thing and I was just wondering if you had the same ish. You're welcome, thank me later. So resist that urge to just talk about yourself for like literally 2 seconds and just go, tell me more about that.
Tell me more.
Or how did you feel? Or like think of another one. Oh, tell me, I just said that. Fuck, spicy. Spicy. So tell me more about that. How did you feel about that? What? Oh my god, what happened next?
What happened next?
And then say the only reason I ask is because
I'm also neurospicy and I need help.
I am very neurospicy. Do you know what as well? It's hilarious. I literally was like talking to my partner and I was going, right, I'm gonna go to the doctors. There's something wrong with me. But not even, sorry, that's the wrong word.
Not wrong, but
there is something going on in my brain. There is something in my brain that is telling me that I am not neurotypical.
Not normal.
Because like as well, I keep falling down. It's in my algorithm now, which is really frustrating because I keep ADHD TikTok. So I keep falling down a rabbit hole, and don't get me wrong. I know. It's very frustrating. But there is one like lady who is genuinely diagnosed with like ADHD, and she just says, "Do you do this or do you do this?" And she's great.
Yeah,
she's great. So I fell down that rabbit hole, and then every fucking single thing applied to me. Anyway, I know that's really bad, and I shouldn't have done that. But genuinely, I did the screening thing. So I did the online screening thing on ADHD 360, and then I was like, "Oh shit."
Does it say something?
I literally got a score of like, I think it was like 10 and above, and you should probably go get yourself tested because it's highly likely you have it. Also, it was X score and above, and I think it was like either 5, 7, 8. Let's start again. It was either 5, 7, or 10, and I can't remember which one it was. I feel like it probably isn't 5 because that's way too low a number. I feel like it was 10, 7 or 10 above, and you like probably should go to the doctor. I literally got like 15.
Oh my god!
And I was like, oh no.
Oh,
I was like, oh okay, cool. Anyway, but this makes me, the irony in of itself is because I was literally like to my partner, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna call the doctors. I'm gonna get booked in, and I'm gonna whatever else. I'm gonna get an assessment. Have I done it? No.
But you did sign up.
But why? Yeah, I did sign up at
the GP.
But why? This is the frustrating thing because I think I probably said this on the podcast before. I would love to live in my partner's brain just for a day.
Just no thoughts, head empty.
Not even that. Not even that. He is so logical because he literally thinks of something and then does it. He's like, oh, I need to unstart the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And then does it. Like he literally goes, thought, action. Thought, action. And I'm like, I've literally gone to Peru and back in my head. I've started a business and I've done my nails. Oh, what was that thing? What was that thing I needed to do?
Procrastination is a sign of ADHD. So
yeah, exactly. I was like, what was that? So, like I said, been to Peru, come back, did my nails, filed my taxes. But then, by the time it comes to do the thing I need to do,
I won't.
No, not even that. Not even that. I won't. I've forgotten what it is.
Oh yeah, that's true. See, I have this rule in my flatmate who has ADHD, and in a way, it's annoying because I have to not police it. That's the wrong word, but it's like I have to
support it,
and like I have my own shit. But obviously, me supporting the 30 seconds that it takes has done so much in our house.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, how long will it take? 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. If it's more than 5, we can leave it. But if you're going to do the dishes, like,
that's helpful.
How long will it take you to not like necessarily put it away in your room, but like take down the clothes and put it in the basket?
Yeah,
2 minutes. Let's do it.
Cool. But
play some music.
Interestingly, actually, this is genuine fact. This is pure science. A fear of rejection is quite highly common in particularly women with ADHD.
Well,
like a fear of like a big fear, like an overwhelming sense of like fear of rejection. Like fear of rejection is so bad that you just don't do it. It's very highly common because they're riddled.
So they're
riddled with self-doubt and self-esteem
I can't get rejected if I don't do anything.
That's the tea. That is the tea. And that is genuinely what permeates my brain all the fucking time. Like I said, literally, dream job. I went, oh, should I go for it? Because I probably won't get it.
And I said go for it.
Yeah, my partner said go for it as well. And my mom said go for it. Yeah. So, just have to have a good support network.
What was it? What did Pythagoras say? You lose.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras.
Not him. No, he's the fucking triangle cunt.
Yeah.
Not him.
I'm trying to make it a joke, but you're interrupting me.
Do you mean Plato?
Whoever. I'm just trying to say a name. Anyway, what Plato said of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Like
that is from Talladega Nights.
I know it is. But also,
the great philosopher
Plato.
Cardi B.
Who is that?
Plato actually is a philosopher. Anyway.
Yeah, but it's like if you don't, like, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you lose, what? Maybe an hour doing an application, but you...
you may get it. Like
you may get it.
Like my partner says it all the fucking time. And it's true for every form of rejection. Friendships, partners, whatever. The worst they're going to say is no or ghost you.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that so bad?
No.
Okay, you're going to get embarrassed for a bit, but also the joy of being in the digital age is 9 times out of 10, it's on your fucking phone. So you're not going to see them rejecting you. They're just going to do it. And that is the beauty of it. But on that note, guys, the piece of advice for today is always
don't eat the yellow snow.
Oh my god, no. Stop doing that because that's what you say every freaking time and it pisses me off because we've said that episodes ago. It is Wednesday, my dudes. The piece of advice for today is serious. It's always ask for feedback, even if it's from your gynecologist. Always ask for feedback about your vaginas, guys, because so important. And support your friends when they've been rejected. And it's okay if you make it about yourself, because that's how we converse. Converse. Don't try convert. No, don't convert people. Do not convert people, please.
You're not missionaries, guys.
Okay, bye. It's fun talking to you.